Men, and here's my theory, and I could be completely wrong, and the internet probably gonna destroy me for this, but I think women that have more than 2 baby daddies usually have some sort of mental illness.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, because you can
sense. That
Yes.
was stupid.
That's what I mean. Like, people don't got no sources. They just talking off the side
I mean,
of their head.
it's a lot of smart, stupid people in the world, and unfortunately, a lot of them have money. You are just as much responsible for the information that you intake and choose to utilize as you are for having children. Some people it's 6 years, right, before you get that person out of your spirit, right, and you have to, I would say, kind of consecrate yourself, before moving on to another partner. That's why so many people end up in back-to-back bad relationships, because you haven't gotten rid of the first bad spirit and you introduced another one, let alone have children. I think it's not even about the children, to be honest. I think it's the partners, right? When you have sex with multiple people, there is a soul tie involved in that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know all the
Absolutely
physical science and all that shit she was talking about. I don't know none of that.
John Diddy Combs has just been found guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution, but not guilty on sex trafficking and racketeering.
Nobody cares when a man finds his woman under a bridge.
No, I live for Stedman, but you know that Stedman has for many decades been the butt of jokes.
Yeah, because of gender rules.
Yes.
People feel like because she's Oprah Winfrey, who did y'all want her to be with? Barack Obama? That doesn't.
Demand that I give a certain amount. How are you going to demand that? That's crazy.
To say that you get more jobs outside of the Breakfast Club now, without mentioning that you get them because the Breakfast Club is crazy.
He wasted a half a year in the campaign, and so where she, again, matter of fact.
Day 1, 2. It's the third degree. Welcome back to the DYP crew. You've already seen new preview. Sneak you into the video as I give you something suspenseful. You can take it, go ahead and put it on your plate. Better yet, we about to go ahead and desecrate anybody that be trying to step up. Better yet, if they step in the equation, tell them shut up. They don't want no problems with this boy 3R. Better yet, we put him in the ER. And I got Jeff right by my side. And we throwing up the blood cry, saying that we're live. We got Quez and he's standing on business. Got the rip rag and you know what it is. And we about to show you right now we handle our business. Never question me, cause you know what it is. 3R degrees straight from the E, better yet, the west side of the SB. I dare you, please don't test me. That might be an answer you get wrong. You mark on the Scantron. I'm about to step on anybody that we trying to elevate. No, we just elevate and we don't concentrate on the hate. And we just go ahead and aggregate upon them haters that we trying to throw shots. Like I said, right now you might get your dome rock. I'm sitting on top of the dome. 3R king and I'm sitting on top of the throne. Got my crown tilted right to the side. Like I said, we do it and you know how I provide. Anything I spit is really that legit. Let's go ahead and get it started, cause I am it. Yeah. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Third degree, we got Jeff, we got Quez. That beat was funky. That was good with you, Quez. Was good.
What's good, man? How y'all feeling? How y'all doing, man?
Man, I see you look like you got kidnapped.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm being held
like
hostage.
You got kidnapped by the Rolling 60s or some type of Crip set. They holding you hostage until somebody paid to get you out.
Hey, Big U said he wanted his money, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna need y'all to fall through for your boy.
I got you, man. We got 60 cents to put on it. You know what I mean?
Hey, man. Nah, I'm over here at the family house, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm down here in the basement in a Crip throne, I guess. You know what
yeah. Hold up. Hey, man, we got people knocking at the door. Hold on a sec. Adoration, I see you bring me right on to the stage. Sorry for the disruptions, y'all.
What's up, Adoration? What's going on with you?
I'm good.
Well, your ass look like you about to paint a masterpiece, ain't you? You know what I'm saying?
A Picasso.
Hey, boy, you been slap that oil-based paint on that canvas so fast.
Oh my god.
Nah, what's going on with y'all, man? Happy 15 days after Juneteenth, man. How y'all feeling?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, wait, isn't it July 4th? And I was like, oh,
yes, sir.
Good for y'all.
Hey, you know, hey, you know, shout out to the people who are actually free.
We got the comments cracking. Is this what we got to do? Do we got to switch the days? Hey, what's up, Chi-Town? How you doing, man? Do we got to switch the days? You know what I'm saying? Because we see everybody in here, nobody's at work, everybody's off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't celebrate the 4th, but I'll take that free day off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me too.
Absolutely.
I always celebrated the 4th growing up, but now I'm just like,
man.
Well, to get a little bit politically correct, I mean, for those of us who are with the darker hue, our ancestors, our ancestors were not necessarily free on the day of independence. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying, why Quez said we celebrate 15 days after our independence because ours didn't come until 1865. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, you know what I mean? So while everybody was 1776 when they were there out celebrating their independence, you know, we was out there in the fields doing work, you know what I'm saying? Yep. So that part. What up, Queen? How you doing? He got the blue rag in the bag. That's right, cuz. Yeah. Project Slim, what's good, man? Chi-Town. Hey, you know what? Project? Hey, man, I be watching The Chi, and I be thinking about you, man. I got questions. Like, is it really as they portrays in The Chi? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you out there, so you know better than me, man. Hey, but shout out to those who are watching. If you guys are on Facebook, make sure you guys hit the like, share, and subscribe button. If you guys are on YouTube, like, share, subscribe. If you guys are on Facebook, make sure you tap in that screen, hit the likes, hit the love, hit all the emojis. You know what I'm saying? And you know, just the engagement. You guys have really, really been rocking with us. The last show that we did, the numbers went up through the roof.
Hey.
So we thank and we appreciate you.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Shouts out to the Facebook and YouTube fam, man. Y'all be coming through.
Man, y'all be keeping us popping. So you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Kevin Mercer of Melvis because he shared it, and I think in umpteen different groups. You know what I'm saying? Because you know we supported him, and we support. Shout out to the Boston Brunch. You know what I'm saying? We got some footage. I couldn't get each individual interview that Quez did, but he did a great job. We will have those on the next show. But I do have the footage from the highlights, and so we will definitely have like the hot seat, and we will showcase the interviews that Quez did at this Boston Brunch because this whole show is about elevating, networking, and supporting, and making sure that people go out and show love. So I just didn't have time, you know, between the gym and stuff I had to handle in the office. I didn't have no time. So I barely even got the Ratchet News up for today.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm pretty sure you got a whole lot of Ratchet News for this week.
Man,
Hey, this week was on fire, boy.
Right. And we shall talk about it. So make sure you guys are hitting the share button. Please share this on with your feed. The best way to get this news up. And better yet, the best way to help elevate this platform is to share with your people because I have a vision for it. And we were already like, you know, worldwide website, but I want it to be distributed on the worldwide level. So, you know what I'm saying? So the best way that you can do, the best thing that you can do, the easiest thing that is free is just the support. Make sure you guys are hitting the like, you're hitting the engage. Make sure you send it out to stars. If you're on YouTube, make sure you're doing the super chat. If you guys just want to just donate to the cause, until I get the D13 Cash App, just Cash App third. I'm gonna distribute it evenly amongst us up here. You know what I'm saying? If that's how you guys want to show love, but just continue to keep it going because I have a vision for this platform and we are in the works of getting this up to a higher plateau. So I appreciate the love and support that we have been getting thus far. Let's keep it up and let's keep it going. But as of right now, I don't want to keep us because I know, you know, we all got some things. I smell some food going downstairs. Shout out to
some ribs.
I had enough time to cook some King's Mac. You know, we made some beans. Shout out to cousin Adam. We cooked up the meats. You know what I'm saying? Like,
with the help of his wife.
With the help of cousin Cynthia. So shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? She's a huge supporter of the show too. And you know, I think Quez, you know, we don't want to keep Quez locked up in that crypt basement for too long. You know?
Hey man, you know what I'm saying? It's dark down here, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's the only place with some light. You know what I'm saying? They got a shrine in this one. You know what I'm saying? The Nipsey Hussle shrine down here. You know what I mean?
Oh man. Yo. All right, man. Since Quez is already kicking off some ratchetness, let's go ahead and kick off a ratchet. We ain't gonna be out here too long for today. We got some stuff to talk about, but let's go ahead and get into some ratchet.
Let's go.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Third Degree. We're back with more ratchet news. Well, some of it's ratchet, some of it's not, but we still gotta speak on it. So let's go.
We're starting our ratchet news. Prayers out to the family of Young Noble from the Outlaws who worked with Tupac. He passed away today. It's very sad. One of my favorite groups, I seen him in Edie, you know what I'm saying, perform with Young Buck some years ago. So it's really just sad to hear how he went out. But RIP to him and condolences to his family. We're starting off some ratchetness. T.I., Tiny, and King Harris named in trafficking allegations. I mean, what else can we expect for 2025, right? But we shall keep you posted and we shall see. Let's move on. Shout out to my cousin Cynthia, April, and Chrissy. You know, we're over here at the house. You know, getting ready to dig in, and this is the King's Mac, the 5 cheese mac, getting ready to go down tonight. But hey, let's move on. A teacher is accused of chugging booze, calling students little-ish, and making them dance to Macarena. Cold world, right? Cold world. Hey, we're moving on. Rotten Tomatoes deletes poor Ironheart reviews. It is now at an 86% score. I think it's pretty good so far, so we shall see. Iconic Kids arcade chain Chuck E. Cheese has opened up 10 adult arcade locations featuring retro classics and modern favorites. I'm hoping they got one here in Southern California because I'm going. I'm moving on. Paramount has agreed to a $16 million settlement in response to Donald Trump's lawsuit over a 2024 60 Minutes interview with Kamala Harris. Like, why? With all the lies that he spews, why did he? Anyway, moving on. Hey, my timeline is filled with so many dope women. I see you, sis. Keep shining, keep grinding, and keep being your beautiful self. Salute to you. I'm moving on. It's being reported that several vendors are opting out of Essence Fest. Like, why? Moving on. ICE has taken boxer Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. into custody just days after his bout with Jake Paul. They getting everybody, right? Moving on. There's been a deadly blueberry recall after they were classified as most severe risk level. Oh man, I hope everybody's good and check the blueberries. I think it has listeria. I hope I'm saying that right, but moving on. Shout out to Melba's again for giving us, that's just too much chicken, all for $10. You know what I'm saying? But moving on. Shout out to my homegirl KJ Smith as Sisters gears up for another season starting July 16th. So check it out and tune in and support. Moving on. Father didn't waste no time jumping in the water to save his daughter on a cruise. Hey, I ain't mad at him. I would have did the same thing, right? Salute to him. Moving on. Critics warn Trump and Republicans one beautiful bill will be ugly for Black Americans. I mean, has it ever been pretty for us? Hey, but moving on. John Legend has responded to Kanye West saying he smells like mashed potatoes. The best way to respond is just to ignore the dude. He is complete nutso. But hey, moving on. Woody McClain and partner Charlie B revealed their twins' names at baby shower. Hey, salute to him, man. He's forever going to be, Bobby Brown and King. He's a great actor, great dancer, great entertainer, period. So shout out to him. Moving on. Suge Knight levels explosive new claims in Tupac Shakur's unaliving alleged mother's involvement in Diddy's role. He's just spewing stuff, and then they're over-exaggerating the article. Yes, she pulled the plug, or had him pull the plug, because they had to resuscitate him 3 times. You know what I'm saying? But I just want all this misinformation on Pac to stop, man. And Suge is not doing anything better by stirring the pot. But moving on. The individual who alleged that Chris Brown struck him in the head with a Don Julio bottle multiple times at a London nightclub has formally withdrawn the lawsuit, as he should. And salute to Breezy, keep shining, do not let these haters deter you or stop you. Let's go. Moving on. LL Cool J explores hip-hop's roots in new Paramount Plus docuseries. Hip-hop was born here. You all right? I can't wait to check it out. Moving on. 20 years married, then she found out about his secret family at the mall. Like, how in the world, 20 years? You find out about a secret family? I'm gonna have to deep dive into this one, all right? But moving on. It's being reported that 2 were unalived as active shooter ambushed Idaho firefighters. So prayers out to those firefighters for just out there just doing their job. You know what I'm saying? So moving on. They are saying that movie theaters could be obsolete in 20 years. I mean, with the way that streaming is going, maybe, but I hope not. I love a good movie experience, getting the popcorn, getting your snacks, getting the IMAX bill. I really hope not, but we shall see. Moving on. Nelly is calling out critics and Kamala Harris for, pretty much saying that, he married black and she didn't. And people are just mad because, I don't know what you're trying to get at, bro. Just say, hey, I effed up by performing at the inauguration. My fault, my bad. I was trying to get the bag and move on. Stop with trying to explain it, man. You sound mad. You know what I mean? But moving on. They're saying The Dark Knight is the best comic book movie of the 21st century. And that can very well be true. And then I believe Black Panther is a cold, hard second. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. But moving on. Prayers to the 40-year-old Keita Cole, who worked 7 days a week, overworked and burnt out. She took a nap and never woke up. Man, R.I.P. to her. It's just a sad story. So, hey, moving on. They're saying California gas prices increasing by July 1st. Man, no surprise. Moving on. Shout out to these black billionaires, Tyler Perry, Magic Johnson, Rihanna, and I don't know who that cat is, but I should know. But moving on. Vin Diesel has announced that Brian O'Connor will return in final Fast and Furious movie. Like, how? But hey, we shall see. Moving on. Everybody else is returning from the dead in those Fast and Furious movies, so, wouldn't be surprised. But moving on. Well, going back, the one person that we actually want to see come back to life is Brian O'Connor, but they're bringing back everybody else. I don't care about everybody else. I just want, Brian to come back. But realistically, he can't, so I wonder how they're going to do it, man. But moving on. Shout out to Tracy Ellis Ross for reuniting the Girlfriends cast. Looks dope. I hope they can make a show or a movie. Let's get it popping. One for the culture. And the moment you all been waiting for, Sean Diddy Combs has been found guilty after 2 of 5 counts in the ex trafficking trial, and we are going to talk about it right up next. So, hey, that's all I got.
Anyway, I'm your boy Third Degree, and that's been your Ratchet News. Enjoy the show.
We are back.
Remember the days we were asking, did he do it? What a question.
Hey, apparently the answer was no. You know what I'm saying?
No, did he do it? I mean, I never asked about those big charges that he
Wait.
was getting.
Wait.
Okay.
Like I said, we're going to get into that. Let's save that for the B show. Is there anything in the Ratchet News that you guys think that, you know, caught your eye? Anything other than Dick? You know what I mean?
Hey,
Okay.
I got one. Go ahead, Adoration.
No,
you
you
got
go
something?
first. I'm still thinking.
Yeah, I want to say in 2025, man. Send some lessons to that sister, man. Nobody should be working that goddamn hard.
Yeah.
That you die at work, man.
Yeah.
These jobs do not care about you. They are gonna post that job opening in the morning. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna send that final check to your family, and that's it.
Yep.
Yeah,
It
you
was
guys
her
need to
own
be.
business.
Oh, it was her own business.
Yeah.
Oh, that's different. Yeah. Even
Well,
though, I
let me
mean,
say something on that.
you still
though.
gotta have some balance, though, man. You
Yeah, I will
can't
say
run
something on
yourself that low.
Business owners, they're always working themselves to death.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Nah,
Take the break.
like my business mentor tells me, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, build a team. Yeah, you gotta learn to delegate those
Yes.
daily operations so that you're not killing yourself, man. Get some
Right.
smarter people than you, even if you gotta pay. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like sometimes it costs to be the boss, man. Make that
Yeah.
investment, get some people that are smarter than you that can streamline your stuff. Or at least take a few of those jobs off your plate, man. Because if you work yourself like that, that is unnecessary. Even to be an
Yes.
entrepreneur, even though it's hard. I'm not telling you to be lazy, but being an entrepreneur is hard. But
Yeah.
still work smart and effectively. There's no reason for that, man. And I feel bad for that sister. So 2025, let's do better, y'all. And that's what's on the Ratchet News outside of Diddy.
Right. I was thinking, and all of a sudden Diddy came, and my mind just went blank.
We shall talk about it. Yo, make sure you guys hit the like, share button real quick. Like I said, we're gonna do this really quick. We don't want to stay on for the full damn near 2 hours that we normally do. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make sure people get back to their respectful things, whatever they got popping. Like I said, I'm hungry. Me and Jess worked out this morning, so my stomach is growling.
I ate.
Period.
You ate?
Yeah. Oh,
Damn, Jess. Damn, Jess, like shit. Damn, Jess said, I'm not hungry. You know what I'm saying? I ate. I don't know what he was doing. Hey, you ain't make bro a plate or nothing? You know what I'm saying?
He don't eat before the show, so.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, shut us up then.
I mean,
you could have got that nigga a granola bar or something. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Shit.
I tried to give him a Jello shot, but he didn't want that either.
That wasn't gonna suffice.
That's not food. You know what I'm saying? What is that? What is that?
Go ahead,
Try to get it.
Hold true to that. I'm about to
Yeah.
so.
All right, Mrs. Cosby. You know what I'm saying? Take some of this Jello.
Well, I think he needs a pudding pop. Like, pause. Fuck no.
Just
No
trying
pudding
to slide
party.
that
No
man
pudding
some
party.
Jello.
No pudding pop. Yeah,
Right.
Not on
down.
Not on Hey, but hey, you guys, shout out to y'all. But you know, I got the link. I didn't put the link in the description like I normally do. Like I said, it's been a hectic 3 to 4 or 5 days. When you are a supervisor, man, and if things come on your plate, they hit you. So your boy hasn't been sleeping. We've been working out. I'm hungry as hell. I'm getting ready to fight somebody. I'm just, you know what I mean? But yo, you guys, what'd you say?
I said not me.
Anyway,
took that Jello shot.
Come on. And the link is in the comments on Facebook. If you guys are going to use your phone, make sure you guys are using your headphones.
Just know that they work as a microphone. They pick up everything. Like Quez likes to say, and in spite of what some folks say, this is a production. You will get clipped up and you will be put out throughout the whole world. So we want to make sure we have you in your best light. Please make sure there's no eating on camera. Drinking is okay. Make sure that you guys are in a nice quiet spot. You got your Wi-Fi popping. Make sure there's no kids in the background. There's no helicopters, no gunshots wherever you are. You know, if you're in the projects, I don't mean to offend you. It's just, you know, we don't want it bleeding out into the show, especially if you got music or TV or anything, because they copyright strike me on my own music. I gotta fight these cats every single week to get this show popping in a good light because they copyright strike my own music. But I do it so nobody else can take my music. So I get it, but it's me. But so we just don't want to bleed down into the show. Also, too, if it's okay to agree to disagree, but make sure you do it respectfully. Make sure you do it with love, and just know that it's all good. We all got different opinions. We're not here to make nobody subscribe to your way of thinking or our way of thinking. It's just, hey, we just got different views. And on top of that, too, more importantly, the thoughts, views, and opinions that are expressed by those that come on this screen are by those individuals alone. Hold those people accountable. Don't hold the show accountable. Don't come at me in my inbox talking about, well, this person said X, Y. Get on the phone or inbox this person that you see that said this comment and get at them. Don't be projecting your BS on me. Because if you catch me on a good day, I might tell you about your raggedy ass, low down, dirty shame, 2-strand hair having, whiskers on a Thursday, mama ain't got no stuff. You know what I mean? I just gonna keep it right there. Leave me alone. I've been sipping.
I didn't say anything, sir. I didn't say anything at all. I don't want no problems. I'm good. Yeah, I don't
My fault.
want no
Mama
smoke.
was an astronaut on Saturdays. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing wrong with being an astronaut.
Yeah, okay.
She must have not seen White Man Can't Jump.
Right. Hey, now I said, okay. Hey,
right, exactly.
Don't agree to that, Jess.
Yeah, don't agree.
No.
But anyway, so hey, let's get the show cracking. But before we do, we gotta make sure we show love to those people that that are out here, and we want to make sure we advertise. Also, like Quez said, if you guys want to show your business, or if you guys want anything you guys want to promote it, hit us up. Drop your 3 cents at gmail.com. What were the prices, bro?
Hey, $25. You get an ad drop every show for 4 consecutive weeks, and you get a 30-minute interview on one of the shows during that month. All for $25.
That's good.
This dude Quez like he's in the Taliban crib hideaway.
Hey man, hey, you know what I'm saying? Look, I'm in the bunker, man, just in case it go down. You know what I'm saying? I ran out there tripping.
I want to put on some Eastsiders and get the crib walking. Every time I see the rag, man, we might alienate some other.
We already played that song downstairs.
Yeah, look, this is the safest part of the basement. You know what I'm saying? If I showed you the rest of the shrine, you'd be like, bro, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? It's all kind of shit down here. But
like I said, man, everybody's with their families, man. We're dedicated. We thought about just throwing an after party, but we did this for y'all. So, you know what I mean? But let's go ahead and get into some advertisement, and we shall return.
Hello, family. I'm Marquez.
Hey, you guys, and I'm Denisha.
We all want the best for our children, right? Security, opportunities, and a future filled with endless possibilities.
That's right, but here's the question. What are you doing today to create that future? Imagine building a business that creates generational wealth, leaving a legacy that grows even when you're not working, showing your children what it means to dream big and take action.
That's right. With PlanNet Marketing, we offer you the opportunity to earn income while still being present with and for your family. We show you how to invest in their future while securing your own and teach them by example what financial freedom should look like.
And don't just tell your kids to dream big. Show them how it's done.
That's right. Comment below, or
you could just message us for a direct link to our presentation.
Best Soul Food Kitchen is back. Out with their $10 plates. You haven't lived until you tried Nova's Soul Food Kitchen chicken. Then biting into 5 pieces of fresh hot, juicy chicken that's just bursting with flavor.
What's chicken?
Too much. Too much. That's Melvin's Soul Food Kitchen. You can never have too much chicken.
Okay, we back at the Boss Up Brunch. You know, I got the Queen with me. The event hasn't started yet. We get here a little early, but it's an amazing event so far. The atmosphere is
there. We go. There we go. We gonna get the event holder here.
Ooh, I like the camera.
You know, she said she wasn't coming back no more last year, but hey.
You did it. You called me. He was the reason why I came back, y'all. I'm so happy to be here today with all the loving kings and queens. Today we are about to set it off, y'all. We about to learn about some Lord, some business, all of it. You name it, big business, not the little one.
Hey,
like I said, this is a networking event where we get together with all kind of bosses, not just from Georgia, not just from Atlanta. We have Florida in the building. We have North Carolina, just different places, you know, all over. And we have vendors
I'm here with
there.
Tiffany from Blissful Body Butters out here in Fayetteville, Georgia at the Boss Up Brunch with me.
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great.
Suited in. We're here with JS Liquid Buzz. You know what I'm saying? All right, people. So we here with the event owner. She got the spread out for the brunch. This is the Boss Up Brunch.
I'm Nikki Baker, owner of Highly Favored Event Center, also caterer and owner of Nikki Sweets and Things. A one-stop shop for all your event needs, your food, your treats, your decor, your hosting, anything to make you have that homely atmosphere to have a good time and share good memories.
Hi, I'm feeling absolutely wonderful and blessed. This is going to be a great event. So come on out. If you haven't already, step foot in the room. Don't be wondering what's going on in the room. Be in the room.
You better tell them. It's different in the room.
That advice. We are big boss here, not the little ones. We are big boss doing move, expanding. Come network with the rest of us. See you soon.
All right. We love it.
You heard what she said, and I know you've been watching us.
Big boss is not the little one. It's all about networking and supporting people and being positive, right? And it's all about winning.
All right.
That was
We are
fire.
Thank you.
That was so nice.
What up, Greg?
Hey, my brother Third put that together for me, man. I appreciate that, man, because that was some amazing work. You know what I mean? I just sent him all the footage I had, and bro clipped up some amazing stuff, man. And I appreciate it because he be putting in big time work. So, you know, I did the easy part. I was there. I was just talking. You know what I'm saying? But it'd be that behind the scenes work. So, shouts out to my brother Third. We're gonna come with a content package for y'all soon too. You know what I'm saying? And y'all need y'all videos and stuff clipped up.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, like I said, it's all about showing love. We want to make sure that we plant our flag in each city, each state, each country that we're in. You know what I'm saying? So even adoration, I reached out to your homegirl. I haven't heard nothing back yet, but I definitely want to showcase people who are out there doing stuff, you know what I'm saying? Especially people who are out there trying to elevate. And, you know, especially with adoration, because she wants to be that influencer. So she's right here on this show. She's dedicated. She's in a whole other country, whole other time zone, but she shows up and she shows love. So, you know, the least I can do is help elevate my sis up here and make sure that she shines. You know what I'm saying? Because she holds it down for us. And I'm all about loyalty. So, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey
But
man, it's
shout
gonna be a
out.
big year, man. We got a couple months left. It's gonna be a big 2025, man, and I know
Yeah.
2026 gonna be that much better. So you know what I mean? Shouts out to y'all, man. Keep doing the work, keep grinding, man. That's what it's all about, for real, for real.
Absolutely.
Consistency breeds success, man. I always say that. If you can be consistent long enough, you know what I mean, your goals will be reached. You did most people quit on the 2 yard line. They be right there and quit. You know what I'm saying? They throw the ball or fumble the bag and all they do is do the one. So
Oh man,
all
that
right, man.
quick internet is not working.
Hey, I'm
All right,
sorry.
so
I'm in the dungeon.
I told you. Hey, make sure you guys are hitting the like. If you guys are on Facebook, tap that screen, tap the like button, tap the love button, tap any of the emojis. If you see the star, and like I said, man, we just trying to get a couple of pennies. Donate to United Negro Rapping Foundation. A rhyme is a terrible thing to waste. You know what I'm saying? I need to make sure that, you know, I'm able to put some food on my plate. I'm not over here starving. You know what I'm saying? You know, I want to make sure I'm able to get a granola bar. So,
Yeah, because Jess ate already. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta feed nobody else. We trying to feed the homie. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the homie hungry, man. Let's help the homie.
Hey, Greg from Compton, he said, "What is that hanging behind Quez? It is a beautiful, elegant showcasing some background. It is of the blue nature. It's blue like the color of the ocean, like the sky of the blonde girl's eyes. You know what I'm saying? It is, you know, it's blue. You know what I'm saying? Our
Hey
favorite
man.
color is blue over here."
Hey, Greg, ain't you supposed to be reading your Bible or something? You know what I mean? What are you talking about? You're supposed to be divulging in your word for Sunday. You got a sermon to preach. Don't worry about what's going on in the background over
I
here.
forgot. Hey, Greg grew up on the other side of Compton. You know what I'm saying?
I know it.
Yeah, man. You know,
Hey man, don't press no lines, man.
I
We
ain't
all
putting
grown,
nobody
sir.
business out there, but that's a beautiful decor that you see in the background. He's being held by a Crip Al Qaeda. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's all good. we need those stars. We need those stars so we can pay for his ransom. You know what I'm saying? So we can get him from out of there. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, man. Get me up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
All right, y'all.
Nah, good
Hey, so the
stuff.
moment y'all all been waiting for, you know, real quick, my own plug. Like I said, I don't want to be copyright strike. So if you want to go get Third Degree Music, go to kingthird.com. You can buy any of the albums for $5, or you can get any of the songs for $8. Or if you don't even feel like doing all that, I'm on all the streaming platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, you know, what's that? Amazon. I'm everywhere. So just type in 3R Degree and look for me, and you will see that there's only definitely 1 3. You know what I mean? So thank you for everybody that's been supporting and doing that thus far. Like I said, 100,000 some units, and it's all because of you. So the moment everybody's been waiting for, the ratchet news of ratchet news. Sean Diddy Combs, Puff Daddy, Diddy the Diddler, has been found guilty of 2 of the 5 charges that have been brought against him. The series of the charges has been the X trafficking and the RICO, which he did not get found guilty of, but he did get found guilty of prostitution, which I don't understand because kind of what the charges were. I mean, that kind of qualifies for X trafficking, but I don't know. I tried to withhold my thoughts, my views, and opinions because again, we knew we had a show coming up. So I want to hear from everybody out there, or at least from until we get Quez back. I think the Crip Al Qaeda cut off his internet access because we were divulging too much information, or maybe it was somebody of the other hue that did not like what they were seeing in the background, so they probably reported them. But so so ladies, what are your thoughts on the verdict of Sean Diddy Combs?
Jess, you better go first.
Me?
Trying to keep it down.
What are the 5 again?
Man. So the number one was RICO, which I think the RICO is pretty much when you're in an organization and you commit a crime. So there's like a team of people who are helping set this up. Then the other one was trafficking. Pretty much, flying this person out for the purpose or intent of actual relationships and whatnot.
The third.
Or the third and pretty much there's 5 counts. There was the RICO, there was trafficking, and then the 2 that he got found guilty of was the prostitution. So pretty much saying that he prostituted Cassie and he prostituted 50 Cent's baby moms. If I had that wrong, forgive me. I'm just kind of paraphrasing, but that's just the gist.
Yeah. You gotta be careful because he didn't get found guilty of prostitution. He got found guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution. 2 different things.
Yeah, that's what I say. He's a
Allegedly, my fault. I don't want to be the bearer of misinformation. Thank you, Quez, for.
But that's
Hey, thank you to the Crip founders for allowing Quez to come back and correct me. Thank you.
Okay, so I guess he didn't get charged for the prostitution because he didn't pay nobody. Well, he didn't pay Cassie and old girl. I don't know her name.
Right.
Daphne Joy.
But yeah, I feel like he should have been found guilty on a lot of those other counts. He did thank the judge, so that kind of speaks volumes to me. Just saying. That's my
a lot of things speak volumes. A lot.
Well, go ahead and break it down, Adoration. Break it down.
Yeah, what you got, Adoration?
I mean, let's be honest. If Diddy were a normal person, you could take the things that he done, just that are like facts, and break them up and hand them out to 10 people, and they'd be in jail for 20 years apiece.
Yep.
However, we know the impact, the influence he has in this world, and it's just the reality. He's going to get away with a lot of the stuff we're talking about. This RICO case, that RICO case, and it's like, okay, some of the things are like, just based on law in general. My sister's a lawyer, so she broke it down a little bit. Some of these things are just not.
You know what? I'm sorry, y'all. So can we get more into it? I think I do have a clip. And they can break it down better than me. I'm sorry.
John Diddy Combs has just been found guilty of transportation to engage in prostitution, but not guilty on sex trafficking and racketeering charges. Now, the biggest charge here was the RICO charge, and he's been found not guilty. I'm outside of the Manhattan courthouse right now where there's a big crowd, and I'll be back with more soon.
There you go. So.
Okay, got it. Okay. Yeah. I mean, my question is how long until he gets out? Because I already know he's putting stuff on people's heads as we speak. And one guy posted a very good, it was just a clip. I reposted it. It was just like, and now don't ever ask again why people don't come forward and speak. Because probably all those people who hit the stand,
allegedly,
all those jury people, allegedly, I didn't say anything. I said probably.
Right.
Maybe.
I got to throw that out for the purposes of the show.
Right. But you understand that, yeah, don't ask why. Oh, why do you go file the first time? Don't ask. Oh, why do you go right away to the police? Don't ask. Now we know in real time, no questions asked, no discussions had. And that's what I got to say.
Well, hold on. We got a comment from Greg. He got too much dirt on too many big wigs. That little black book can disrupt all entertainment business and music businesses. I think it's somewhatly that, truth be told, if we're talking on a realistical standpoint, I mean, if you've been keeping up with the little bit that's been coming out through the media of, the trial, there was no RICO. You know what I'm saying? There was one where it was like, it was vague. You know what I'm saying? And the cold part about it was, when we got word that the jurors sent out a note, trying to get more detail as to what a RICO is or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like literally I think they were divided on that verdict because they were initially going to find him guilty. You know what I'm saying? That guilty sentence would have sent him away for life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's murky for me. Me personally, my personal 2 cent or 3 cent, I should say, is that Diddy, you're starting to learn a little bit more about him. The number one thing is that he's a freaky ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like the term. You know what I'm saying? He's really freaky. Like I said, he should have just went on ahead and as soon as his music has died down, maybe started up an adult entertainment company. And he could have lived out his wildest fantasies under the protection of that. You know what I'm saying? But all these sexual exploits and all this other stuff has kind of been crazy. The whole thing about Keke getting his car blown up. You know what I'm saying? And, again, you can't necessarily say that he did it, but you can't say that he didn't. And it's kind of been alleged that he did. And it kind of been proven in court that he did. You know what I'm saying? It's just the only person I can kind of think about in this whole situation, my heart goes out to Cassie. Because I'm sorry, 50's baby mom, Daphne Joy, you know what I mean? She was a bird, man. She was for the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was just trying to look for an opportunity to come up, looking for somebody to take care of her and all this other stuff. Those are the type of women I despise. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen a lot of them within the industry. You know what I'm saying? Just thirsty. Cassie, definitely, I feel for her. You know what I'm saying? Especially seeing the video of her getting beat down and all this other stuff. It's just like, I totally feel for her because certain men in power, they abuse certain things like that. And you can totally see that he's really insecure. So my heart goes out to her. But the other person I was thinking about was Tupac. Because they've been alleged that, this dude had probably had a hand in his murder.
Allegedly.
Beforehand, I would have been like, nah, I don't see it.
Allegedly.
I said allegedly. But this has been put out by Keke D. Keke D is sitting in jail right now behind Tupac's murder. And he mentioned Sean Puffy Combs like 37 times up in his case. Up in the book, too. So he drives it. So,
I believe it.
So with that being said, you know what I mean? It's just like some of the stuff that we're hearing about, everything that we thought Suge Knight is turning out that Puffy really was. You know what I'm saying? Puffy's out here calling shots, getting people's cars blown up, allegedly, putting $1 million hits on people, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Sending out threats to, witnesses and victims, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Which is the reason why he got denied bail. Like his bail, his sentencing is for October 3rd, 2025. And then that's when we'll see how long he will stay in jail. Which I think the max is like a 10-year sentence. You know what I'm saying? But he might get time served. And he's a first-time offender. So he could be out sometime within next year.
And that's the problem. He's not a first-time offender. He's the first time finally went to jail.
Yeah.
He's just been offending all his life.
So, but with that being said, the judge pretty much deemed him as dangerous, to let out to society. So that speaks volumes. But that's my 3 cents. I probably gave you guys $1. Go ahead, Quez.
Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Man, I blame the prosecutors.
Yeah.
Why adoration? I know you feel how you feel, and say that this is why women don't come forward or whatever the case
I said
may
people, not just women.
Well, yeah,
Diddy done did, man.
Hey, listen, that we not going into all that. Calm down. You know what I'm saying? No Diddy. Listen, this was absolutely the prosecutor's fault. It's the same thing that we complain about when they charge these police, right? That when police murder people, be in the street, to get them a first degree murder charge, not understanding the legal system. It's hard to get police a first degree murder because you have to show the intent that they went out to do that, right? And that's the problem. The problem with Diddy was with a RICO charge, you have to show that it was an organization that was one moving money, laundering money, and doing these things to gain capital. That's and it takes more than one person to be in a RICO. You can't put a RICO case out against one person, right? Without having the rest of the individuals. So they messed up there.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? The other two charges that he got, like when they arrested Diddy, or when they raided his houses, he had all these drugs, he had all these guns with no serial numbers. You know, those like if y'all wanted Diddy to go to jail, those are all things that should have been included in this trial,
There you
right?
go,
That would have been
Quez.
that would have been a great safety net. But because you for them to come down to agree on, and it's not because he had money. I'm gonna tell you guys that right now. Some people gonna be mad at me. He didn't get found not guilty on most of those charges because he has money. He got found not guilty because the prosecution put up a horrible case. Their witnesses were kind of flawed, even down to Cassie. I know everybody feels sorry for Cassie, but if you listen to her own testimony, some of this stuff she was enjoying and participating in, which makes it hard for somebody on the jury to feel sympathy when a lot of the messages about said freak offs are you contacting these individuals, you setting up the arrangements, you paying these people, right? All of those things happen from Cassie. So it's hard to say, oh, Diddy did it when all of the transactions and communication came from one said individual. I'm not saying right, wrong, or indifferent. I'm saying the optics of it. You got to make that make sense to somebody sitting in a juror seat. And that's a hard thing to do when there's so much evidence showing that you were participating. You know what I mean? And that was where the prosecution messed up. To be honest, I don't think they should have ever put Cassie on the stand. They probably should have used some other people. I would have went after assistants and uh, you know whatever them people like. I just talk to them, put them on the stand. I think them putting Cassie on the stand is kind of what messed up the case because it was so
Quez, right now, I hate to interrupt you, man. You got the Melvin dark mode Wi-Fi.
Okay. No, you good. I was just saying, like, I think the prosecution messed up when they put Cassie on the stand after her getting all that money. The settlement from him and then the hotel also paying her and then putting her on the stand kind of was like double jeopardy, and it muddied the waters for her case, for her to be like, the victim. It kind of muddied the waters for a juror. That's all. Go ahead.
So I don't know if a lot of men know, but when a woman is in an abusive relationship, if a man says to do something, they're gonna do it so that they don't get hurt. So if Diddy says, I need you to do this, call so and so and whatever, pick out some prostitutes or whatever, and I need you to pay them with your money, she's gonna do it.
Yeah.
No, absolutely understood, Jess. The problem comes in where you have those messages
Wait.
where
I definitely want to hear what you have to say. You just right now the Melvin Wi-Fi was kicking in again.
All right, can you hear me?
Mic check 1 2.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Maybe try not to move a little bit or get near the actual Wi-Fi router.
No, I told him in the basement. No, I understand that is very understood in normal relationships. But with Cassie being, let's say, for example, in Denver, and calling it or texting him and saying, "Hey, when are we gonna do the next freak off?" And then now Cassie got a flight to Diddy to do the freak off, right? That kind of muddies that water. I understand what you're saying. I totally agree with you, but it's hard to prove that fact when you're flying.
Dang, man.
Oh, but
That
I
must be
understand
like
what he's saying.
that must be Chris Brown hating on his Wi-Fi.
There was a guy though who broke that down. He's like, what Quest was saying was, hey, you're all the way over across the country. So let's say I was in an abusive relationship, but I'm all the way across the country. Why am I flying back to you to do these bad things? What people have to understand about Diddy is Diddy knows where you live. Diddy knows where your mama lives. Diddy know, like he's bigger than that. Like he said, I can be out of the country and handle my business. So it's more than just because people keep saying, well, she kept going back. She's away from him. She got away. So why she go back? It's not the same. So when we talk about regular abusive relationships, you know what I mean? We talk about what holds you, finances, your children, those kind of little things. We're talking about Diddy. Okay,
yeah, that's not a regular abusive relationship.
Exactly. Grown men couldn't escape him. Grown men who can fight. Grown men bigger than him couldn't escape him. Okay, so we're talking about a young girl who couldn't escape. His mother, based on the testimony, her mother had to pay him off just to get her off the hook for something. So this is a different level. So when we talk about, why would she fly over here to do this? She didn't have a choice. He knew where her mama lived. It's not the same. So we talk about regular abuse. We can bring in regular abusive relationships as like a starting point, but this is beyond that. Mm-hmm. This is another level of. This is not regular. This is not regular layman stuff. This is Diddy.
But
I
Adoration, I think you guys are confusing my argument. My argument isn't whether those things are true or not.
Right.
Or whether, you know what I mean? My argument is, can you prove them to 12 other people and make it make sense?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only argument that
that's what the prosecution. Yeah, that's what the prosecution has to do. They have to make all of that make sense to 12 other individuals.
Right.
That's it. And I don't think they did a good job of it.
That's what he's saying.
I'm not taking Diddy's side.
Right.
I know.
Yeah, no, hey, trust me, nobody over here is taking his side. I was hoping the things and the allegations weren't true, because again, I hate to see the tearing down of another especially like an influential person. But again, when their secrets and all their skeletons start to come out the closet, it's like you kind of looking like, dude, you effed up, bro. You know what I'm saying? And especially like, when he was like, oh, I would never, I never hit her. This is a lies of money grab. And then boom, we see the videotape and you like DDTing this chick, you know what I'm saying? Like doing some WWE like wrestling type stuff to this girl, you know what I mean? And she's there laying there lifeless, not even fighting back. There's no way that you could justify that. There's no way that you can sit there and say, hey, well, she called my mama an astronaut. There's no way that you can justify it. You know what I'm saying? You just a sick, perverted, demented individual. And you know what I mean? Like, so my thing is you had all this energy for Cassie. Where was this energy for Suge? 50 calls you out every day. Where's the energy for 50? Oh yeah, I totally forgot. He made threats. He tried to go pull up on Suge with guns, and he's talking about, he don't like the back and forth with 50. He like guns. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude really on some G shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Some cats out in Hollywood are weird, and I think he's the poster child of it. So if and when he gets out, you know what I'm saying? Do you guys believe or think that he's going to be able to go back to the Diddy that he was, or do you think that he is pretty much his reputation is shot?
Of course, he's gonna go back to what he was.
Mm-hmm. People do not care. People are dancing in the street pouring baby oil on themselves.
You see that?
People do not care. People are so demented. And I said, you know what? I hope y'all get in Diddy's circle. I hope he Diddy's you. I hope you experience the diddler. Because hearing every testimony from all of the people who worked with him and how these people were, I mean, just exploit every single one of them, not just Cassie. Every single one of them. So, you know, listen, people out here wanting this type of energy. So, you know, no, I think he'll go right back to. I think he still is the Diddy. I think there are plenty of the people on the jury that were like, I mean, that's not really that. I mean, trust me, people are sick. So, yeah, he'll be Diddy again. He's still Diddy, actually. People are still playing his music. Still bopping. Still, ooh, yeah. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, so, yeah.
What are your thoughts, Quiz?
Run the question back one more time, please.
Do you think that he will be able to go back to being the Diddy that he was? Or do you think that he's pretty much he's out of here? Like his reputation.
Yeah, absolutely not. I mean, he was already falling by the wayside because it was kind of like those other predatory people that we found out about. It was like for so long, people knew, they just couldn't confirm it, and we kind of just let it fall by the wayside. But I think that was part of the process for this too, was to discredit him publicly, which they did. They did a great job of that, and they wanted that RICO so that they can get all that man's assets. You know, because once you get charged with a RICO, you know, the government can take all of your funds, everything that's attached to you. So they did a good job of public shaming, and after this, you'd be a fucking idiot to team up with Diddy to do anything. You know what I'm saying? If you get caught outside next to Diddy, you're gonna be in trouble. People gonna talk about you. So yeah, he'll never be the same.
I think the descriptive word of that is radioactive.
Very much.
Jess, what are your thoughts, real quick?
I said what I said. He gonna be able to go back and do what he want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, real quick, before we move on, real quick to Keke Palmer, we're gonna keep this real short so we can go ahead and go back to our respective stuff. But you know, so what Adoration is talking about, here goes the clip right here.
I kid you not. People are pouring baby oil on one another.
Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
Baby oil having a very big play in the freak offs we heard about. You have people saying it's not RICO, it's Freako.
That's why he gonna get to do what he want to do when he get out.
Yes, indeed. And
That's
Johnson
so
Baby
sad.
Oil might make a contract with them. They might. Listen, I'm telling you, this world's sick.
It is. So, closing thoughts. This is third saying it. Third degree. Gmail. Drop your 3 cents. Gmail.com. Attention, third degree. Y'all people out there rubbing baby oil. First off, if you a dude out there dancing and rubbing baby oil on yourself, you're kind of gay. Is this nasty?
They don't mind.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't no kind of use gay. And then the woman out there, you know, the women, again, this could be your daughter, your mother, your sister. It could even be you.
It could be you.
What are you doing out there? It looks like y'all are out there auditioning, you know what I'm saying, for the next free golf. Like, hey, let me get down. You know what I'm saying? It's stupid. It's stupidity and it's ignorant.
That's exactly what that was.
That's exactly what that was.
Those were job applications.
Yep.
That's what that was. Those were job applications right there.
And
Yes, they
let me
were.
put this
And
out
it
there.
proves another point. Um, real quick. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Okay,
can hear
It
you.
proves one more point. People are willing to do the unthinkable until the unthinkable becomes too much.
Uh-huh.
That's a word.
That's what I just saw.
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all just seen all the stuff these do. You said I'd probably take that,
Sign me
no
up.
pun intended. And that's crazy to me.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
People are
You know
willing
what I'm
to do
saying?
it.
And let me just go ahead right on you
Crazy.
guys' parade. Yeah, he got found not guilty of the RICO, but he still got found guilty. And had it not would have been, let's just remember that the verdict on the RICO was split. He got off, but I don't even know if it's by the grace of God. Maybe God is giving him a second chance to turn his
Don't
life
bring God
around.
into this.
I don't know. I'm just saying. But hey, it was literally like
Duh.
this. It was literally like this, to where he almost got found guilty on that RICO. But at the end of the day, he still got found guilty on 2 charges. He's not free. Matter of fact, he's spending his Independence Day, his day of freedom, behind bars, at least until October 3rd, so we know when he's going to be released. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing that I can say is that karma is an ugly beast.
Yes.
And karma is undefeated. Even with you guys told me not to bring it up within the Bible, you reap what you sow. So the energy that you put in there, you're going to give back tenfold. So especially for the fact that how he did Cassie or some of these other women, whatever, or some of these other men, you know what I'm saying? The energy that you brought back and you put out into this world has came back onto you tenfold. So Diddy, I'm gonna say it like this: if you're watching, I hope you get your life together. I hope that you stay away from freak off. I hope even if that's the smell of baby oil you run. You know what I'm saying? But again, there's certain people out there who are arrogant. You know what I'm saying? Especially some of these celebrities, they're gonna think that they got off. But at the end of the day, you idiots out there with the baby oil, you guys are some dumb niggas.
Nasty.
Just dumb. You know what I'm saying? And just ignorant. You know what I'm saying? I'm ashamed that you're of the same hue as us. Your mama's the astronaut.
I don't get the astronaut thing. Like, you're gonna have to explain that back.
I guess I gotta go back and watch.
Yeah, Google it. Go
yeah.
Go back and watch the original White Man Can't Jump. Then Google, you know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, go back and watch it. You know what I'm saying? It's a great movie. Great movie.
I see.
But moving on.
Yeah.
You know,
you guys are young. That's why. Just young.
Okay.
All right, we're moving on. So Keke Palmer,
Keke,
she made some headways last week. I wanted to include it into last week's show, but we were just overwhelmed with so much stuff, and we still didn't even get to the B Simone. I still don't even know who the hell she is or what she does, or even why she even makes headlines. But anyway,
who cares?
Right, she's a broke girl who needs to go get a job. Hey, maybe you start your own business. You know what I'm saying, and work. I don't know. Maybe you should go to the Diddy freak off parties. I don't know. You know, maybe because he's paying chicks. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't want to go work and earn your income, there you go. You know what I'm saying? But, you know.
Bro,
anyway,
we're not signing nobody up for no Diddy parties, bro.
No.
Don't put that out there. We are not signing anybody up for Diddy parties. Don't put that out there, sir.
Hey, shout out to Lamont Johnson.
Take
I
that
see you out there, brother. Shout out to
we're not advocating for that at all.
I'm advocating for some better Wi-Fi in that crypt basement, man. But hey, shout out to Lamont Johnson. Hey, your dedication, bro. I appreciate you. Hey, but shout out to Lamont Johnson out there in Hemet, California. If you out there in the IE, visit Big Daddy's East Coast cheesesteaks. Very delicious, very authentic. You know what I'm saying? Very good brother. That's another dude we got to go support. If you want a good cheesesteak, I always get the piece of cheesesteak. You know, it's my go-to. So go ahead and go support him out there with that. Oh, Greg said, gold digger, even the devil can pull the most elite. Hey, yeah. So, but yeah, so Keke Palmer, and we're going to make this quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Real quick, and we're going to get on because, again, my stomach is growling. This is what she had to say.
Nobody cares when a man finds his woman under a bridge.
No, I live for Stedman, but you know that Stedman has for many decades been the butt of jokes.
Yeah, because of gender rules.
Yes.
People feel like because she's Oprah Winfrey, who did y'all want her to be with, Barack Obama? That doesn't make sense, guys. I mean, I feel like that's the weird thing about powerful women, what we're left with. So I'm supposed to find love, but he's got to have a certain amount of money, and then, but at the same time, I got to still be like, guys, what's going on here? Why am I? Nobody cares when a man finds his woman under a bridge. No one cares.
No one
cares. And I frankly don't care if that's who you love. That's who you love. Why do we have to deal with that?
Yes.
That to me makes no sense. I ain't never look. My daddy told me a man needs to treat you right. He needs to handle and service you in whatever way you need service. Let me tell you one thing that Keke don't need:
money.
From nobody. Now, if you want to give a little something and get my nails done, something cute,
but
I'm
shouldn't
fine
they
with
do
it.
that? But shouldn't they make that effort,
Yeah.
Keke?
But you might still look like Stedman to the world, and that's a great role.
Because if
I was married to, I was with Oprah Winfrey,
right, you just be sitting up there waiting,
chilling.
Yeah,
and Stedman, by the way, Stedman's esteemed.
Yeah,
Stedman has a whole
He
career.
does
He's
have a
just
whole life.
not Oprah.
Yeah,
So the
exactly.
fact that how dare people compare you to your lover?
Yeah.
I hate that Oprah had to endure that.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate that she had to endure that.
It's
and I
true.
hate that Stedman had to endure that. And that's why I said what I said, because you had a good role. You were supposed to be my Stedman.
Yes.
Come on.
He was.
When I played that for my dad said, yeah, because why did he want to be Stedman?
I love her. I love her.
Ladies, what are your thoughts? I see Jessica over there brewing.
Yeah, I've been saying that this whole time. Every single time, whether they're way richer than you or way poorer than you, is always a thing. I think when it comes to women, especially nowadays, because the stereotype of how you're supposed to be in a relationship has changed. Because now women, they make their own money or they're just living their life. They're loving who they want to love for the first time in a long time. And it's so much judgment. No matter what you do, if you marry a very rich man, you're a gold digger. If you marry a very poor man, you're dumb. If you do this, you're this. If the man turns out to be bad, that's what you get. You should have saw the sign. I mean, there's really no end to it. So I agree with her. I've been saying that all the time. Like, people be like, oh my God, you're with this person. They're not on your level. But it's like, who am I supposed to, like, I think Nikki said that because I was asking her why she didn't date Drake. And she's like, why do I have to date Drake? Yeah, but is he on your level? Can he rap like you? Can he do and it's just like, why? I thought like a career or what you do in your relationship, in my opinion, that doesn't make any sense for them to be like for them to have to like fall in line together. Like, why do I have to date somebody that works at the same job that I work at? It doesn't really make any sense, actually, when you talk about love. But everybody has this new thing where it's like, oh, love is not the important thing. You got to be with somebody who, and then what if that person's a bad person? Like, Diddy's rich. Is Oprah supposed to be with Diddy?
That's true.
Like, that doesn't even, like, I understand. She's like,
hold on one second, real quick. Greg's saying, why can't both bring something to the table so both can eat? And then he also said, I hate when they downrate the blue collar workers, plumbers, make six figures. Now what? And then we lost Quez for a minute.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't think that's what she's talking about. She's just saying that basically for somebody like, for people who have a lot of money, why do they have to date somebody from any category? Why does it have, why you're loving the person? Right. And you're already rich. It's not like you're a poor lady going to marry somebody who's broke. You know what I mean? And you guys must be broke together. These ladies are rich.
Right. Go ahead, Jess. What are your 3 cents?
I don't know what Stedman did. So
Stedman got money. Stedman got cheese.
I don't know. If a man has money and he's making 6 figures, I don't see what the problem is. But that's just like somebody, let's say a woman making 6 figures and she go with somebody who works at McDonald's, like that's just the cashier. You know, I'm sorry, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like even their whole mentality is different. I'm sorry. I've seen it.
Right.
I've witnessed it. Yeah, I don't know.
Right, but and I get that, but here's the thing, though. In my opinion, like, okay, let's say I met somebody and they're working at McDonald's, and then I'm a millionaire. Hopefully, now this is just because remember, another thing is forget how much money you make. Do you have work ethic? Now, if you're dating Oprah and you're working at McDonald's, you shouldn't be working at McDonald's the next month. Maybe there's something that you actually like to do. Maybe you can work on helping be a manager or something like that. You can do something. So yeah, if you stay working at McDonald's and we're together forever, you're like, I'm gonna be working at maybe you just don't have the work ethic. I get that. That's different. Work ethic is different. Wanting to do something and wanting opportunities and wanting to elevate yourself, that's a different situation, right? In my opinion. So if you're still working at McDonald's a year in, then maybe you just don't want to get it. And that, hey, do you? Okay, and I say that for women and men, though. You know, if you're Georgina and you're working, yeah, she's married to Cristiano Ronaldo. If she was still working at that same Gucci store, then maybe she doesn't want to do anything. But now you see she has her own TV show. That's what you should do. You should start building yourself. So you got to be willing to build yourself. I agree with that. But
hold on real quick. Real quick, Greg says it doesn't matter if he's rich and she is poor or vice versa. Love is love and God put together. Quez, what are your 3 cents? Because I'm gonna go ahead and end this soon. Your mic, man, we can't hear you.
Is he muted?
No, he's not muted on our end.
I think the only. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you. We hear you.
No, I'm not muted. No, I'm not muted. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know what to tell you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So my whole thing is this wouldn't be an issue. Okay, most of these issues come. All right, I'm talking. It's probably just a delay. I see it's a delay.
It's a delay.
But it's all right.
It's a delay.
Most of these issues come from women talking about it. Because if you ask 90% of men, 90% of men don't have any problem being Stedman. That's it.
Right, you got you.
Right.
Can you hear me?
But I would say, I know he's delayed, so I don't know if I should. But I would say though, there are based on, because remember, this stuff comes from the last couple generations, right? Marry up, don't marry down. But there is a whole theory, and a lot of men that I talk to, never marry a woman who makes more money than you. And they actually did a study on this. And the percentage of men that did not want to be with a woman who made more money than them, or who were jealous of their wife's successes, was very high. And this is on America.
Very true.
So
very true.
This is actually a thing. This is something that our generation, straightforwardly, is breaking out of. Like, we're like, okay, we don't want these stereotypes. We don't want this. But this is what has been the norm and the thing and the must for many, many generations and the certain lineages. Of course, not in every single country, but let's talk about the West, because we live in the West. We live in the white man, white ladies, under their thing. So this has been a thing. A lot of men are like, I would never marry a woman who makes more money than me. In fact, there's a whole thing like, don't marry a woman who's a lawyer. Don't marry a woman who's a doctor.
So I'm gonna play advocate real quick. I gotta jump in. I'm gonna play advocate because then I've heard some rich men say, hey, don't date a broke girl. You know what I'm saying? Don't date a woman who's broke, because again, because it becomes a thing of liability versus asset. So therefore, if you dating someone who's definitely not making as much as you, it's going to become a liability, because you're pretty much essentially throwing money down a black hole. It's going to be money. And then eventually, if they're broke, then you're going to become broke too. So it's like, what is it? So is
that's
it
the thing too. Right. And that's what Keke Palmer's talking about. If money's the first conversation, and I'm not saying, can I put my hand up? Everybody listen to me. I'm not saying go be broke and date somebody broke and just be broke together. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Don't do that. Actually, I think you should get some money and before you be dating out in the streets. I'm just saying that. I'm saying that for everybody. But at the same time, if you're a rich person, if you're a richer person and you marry a rich person, why is that even a conversation? If you're a normal person and you marry a normal person, why is that even a conversation? Now, if you're a broke person, work and then date somebody.
I agree. Go ahead, Jess. I'm gonna read Greg's comment, and we're gonna end this soon.
So yeah, Greg said income is income, but if a person can't manage their money and they're quote unquote broke, no matter how much money they make, yeah, that makes a huge difference. So income is not just income. It depends on how well a person manages their money, because I don't want to be with someone who cannot manage their money, because we're both going to be broke.
And sometimes you got to be with somebody like me and my coworker were talking the other day. Like he said, his wife, she's the investing stock market kind of person. So he works paycheck to her, and she divvies it out and gets it done. She's
wise man.
So you got.
I've heard old school cats do that too. Like there's a cat I used to work with who said he gives his whole check, whatever he brings in. And I used to work with him, so I know what he was bringing in. He brings in that whole check, gives it to his old lady. She gives him like a certain allowance, and that's what he lives off of for the 2 weeks until he gets another check. You know what I'm saying? Like
absolutely. His
if one person is better with the money, that's why.
Listen, if you're good with the money, and that's the thing. So, but you got to be obviously you got to be a partner willing to work together. If you're like, no, it's my money. I'm gonna spend it how I like. I'm gonna buy a car. Then okay, then you're just gonna be broke. And you can be broke.
True.
So I think that character,
very true.
Parts of your character are more important than if you have as much money as
real quick. So why is Keke Palmer facing backlash behind what she said? Because I think it was sound advice for what she was saying.
Because of her baby daddy.
Yes. Now that's a whole other conversation that people were having about the sister. That's a whole nother conversation.
That is a whole other combo.
Okay, I know it's not a lot of time, but
because of women. Because of women.
Class is another thing. Talk about DDG. Talk about DDG and Hallie. People been saying for years, and I was like, people need to get off of her back, leave this girl alone, let her date somebody. But now I understand it's not about how much money he had or this or that. Nobody knows how much money he had. It's about the class. Okay,
that could be true.
There are certain people with.
He's just ghetto with income.
That's
damn.
And I hate to say it, but that is the
truth. What you drink? Some truth from today or something?
Drink some blueberry lemonade.
Listen, so that's another kind.
Shout out to the blueberry cuz.
Oh my god.
Hey, so bro, truth be told, we can go ahead. We can kind of like two-pick this. I'm not sure what everybody's doing tomorrow. We can do this for either next week or we can do it after party. What you laughing at? I don't like that. I don't like my boys delay. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. We want to make sure we get you right, Quiz. Mic check. Can you hear me? Is it the delay or can you hear me on time?
He's still delayed.
I think he's delayed. Oh, poor Quiz. All right, y'all. I do have to run though.
Yeah.
I gotta get to the post office.
No, I hear you guys great. It's just, you know what I mean?
Hey man, so the ill thing about it is we hear your words, but your mouth is not moving. So hey man, we're definitely we gonna. I appreciate you, man. I know you with your family, your peoples, or you might be held up, you know, since we're in the crypt basement. So I get it. I appreciate your dedication, man, and adoration. You from across the world. You know, me and Jess, we're over here. We shout out to our cousins for letting us use their office, you know, to maintain and do the show. But we go ahead and just end it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. I don't know if we'll be here tomorrow. You know, but we'll be here. We'll keep this up. I'll keep this clip. We'll run it back. We can talk about it some more because I definitely want to talk about that Holly Bailey and DDG thing. Because that was just completely just
class.
Yeah, class.
And people been saying that, and I was defending them because I'm like, let her date who she wants to date.
Right. Exactly.
But no, I'm not saying
he looked scraggly to me from the jump.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's what everybody was saying. I didn't know.
All right, well, let me go get some blueberry lemonade so I can get like Jess. But hey, I love y'all. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys celebrate the 4th, if you guys are black, then
Happy 4th
Let's
of July.
be blackity
Happy
black
4th
on the 4th.
Yeah. Happy 15 days after Juneteenth. We'll see you next holiday. Yeah. Hey, but it's been love. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you guys hit the like, share button. Share. Tap that like, love, the emojis. We appreciate you. We love you. We see you. Thank you. We'll see you next time. Peace.